Imagine waking up every day, haunted by the absence of answers. For the families of victims, this is the reality they face: a relentless pursuit for the truth, an aching longing for closure. Cold cases, those haunting mysteries that linger in the shadows of our justice system, often leave lives forever altered. They represent not just unresolved crimes, but deep emotional scars, unanswered questions, and a desperate yearning for justice. As time marches on, memories fade, leads go cold, and hope dwindles. Yet, against all odds, some cases refuse to fade into oblivion. In 2024, the veil of silence was lifted from 5 chilling cold cases, each one holding secrets that had eluded investigators for years. These revelations not only brought long-awaited answers, but also sparked a renewed interest in the pursuit of justice for victims and their families. Today, we will journey through these remarkable stories of perseverance and tenacity. Each case is a proof to the unyielding spirit of those who refuse to give up hope, even when the odds seem insurmountable. Prepare to immerse yourself in tales of tragedy, resilience, and ultimately, redemption. From the eerie disappearance of a beloved community member to the shocking resolution of a crime that had left a town in turmoil, these 5 cases are more than just stories. They are a reflection of the human experience, our need for justice, our desire for truth, and the power of closure. Join us as we delve into these haunting narratives, exploring how, in 2024, the truth finally emerged from the depths of uncertainty, revealing the hidden threads that connect these chilling cold cases to the lives they impacted. How did these mysteries unfold, and what revelations await as we uncover the stories behind each case? Case number 1, the murder of Therese Becker. On December 6, 1975, the lifeless body of 20-year-old Therese Becker was discovered in a remote field near 100th Avenue and Lowell Boulevard in Westminster, Colorado. Last seen hitchhiking to visit her boyfriend at the Adams County Jail, Terry was initially reported missing just days before her body was found. The autopsy revealed that she had been brutally raped and died from asphyxia. This shocking crime left her family devastated and the community on edge, sparking an extensive investigation that would span nearly 5 decades. In the years following Therese's murder, investigators faced numerous dead ends. Suspects were examined, but the trail went cold as evidence proved insufficient for a breakthrough. Despite several attempts to extract DNA from the crime scene, the forensic technology of the time was not advanced enough to yield a match. The case was revisited periodically, but no substantial leads materialized, leaving Therese's family in the dark about her killer. The turning point for this long unsolved case came in 2024, when advancements in DNA technology finally provided the answers that had eluded law enforcement for decades. In 2003, a sample of DNA extracted from evidence was uploaded to a national database, but it remained unmatched for years. However, in 2019, genetic genealogy techniques began to unravel the mystery. Through these methods, investigators identified a possible suspect, Thomas Martin Elliott, a man with a lengthy criminal history who had died in 2011. In early 2024, authorities exhumed his body and confirmed the match, linking him directly to Therese's murder. With this new evidence, the Westminster Police Department was able to provide closure to Therese Becker's family after nearly 50 years of uncertainty. Therese's brother expressed profound gratitude to the police for their relentless pursuit of justice, noting that the relief of knowing her killer could no longer harm anyone else brought a sense of peace to the family. This case stands as a testament to the power of modern forensic science in solving cold cases and bringing long-awaited justice to victims and their loved ones. Case number 2, the murder of Maria Lorraine Honzel. In February 1977, Maria Lorraine Honzel was babysitting 2 young children when she was brutally stabbed to death in the home where she worked. When the neighbor returned, they discovered her lifeless body, and authorities quickly ruled her death a homicide. The investigation began immediately, but despite gathering evidence, no suspect emerged, and the case went cold. Over the years, law enforcement faced numerous hurdles in this case. Although investigators collected a DNA sample from the crime scene, early DNA testing was limited, and no matches could be found. The lack of leads and the passage of time made it increasingly difficult for investigators to maintain public interest in the case, even as the community mourned the loss of a bright young girl. In a remarkable turn of events in 2024, the Colorado Springs Police Department revisited the evidence with cutting-edge DNA analysis tools. In 2019, they enlisted the help of Parabon Nanolabs to conduct a genetic genealogy analysis on the DNA found at the scene. This new technology enabled investigators to create a male DNA profile that ultimately matched William Charles Kernan, Jr., who had passed away in 2010. Kernan had been known to frequent the apartment complex where Maria was killed, and his identification as the murderer brought a sense of closure to the case. Even though Kernan could not be prosecuted due to his death, the case was officially resolved, providing justice for Maria's family after 47 long years. The Colorado Springs Police Department expressed relief and satisfaction in finally offering answers to Maria's loved ones, highlighting the importance of advancements in forensic technology in solving cold cases. Case number 3, the murder of Danny Houchins. In the fall of 1996, the small community of Belgrade, Montana, was shaken to its core by the disappearance of 15-year-old Danielle "Danny" Houchins. On September 21st, after leaving her home that morning, Danny did not return, prompting her family to report her missing. Later that evening, her mother discovered Danny's abandoned truck at the Cameron Bridge fishing access, and tragically, her body was found the next day in shallow water. The investigation revealed that she had been a victim of a violent crime, but the details surrounding her death remained frustratingly elusive for decades. For nearly 28 years, Danny's murder remained unsolved, a haunting cold case that left her family and the community desperate for answers. Throughout the years, investigators interviewed numerous suspects, but leads often went cold. The community rallied around Danny's family, holding vigils and constantly urging law enforcement to renew their efforts. Despite the sustained interest, many felt the case had slipped into the shadows of unresolved mysteries, and the pain of not knowing weighed heavily on Danny's loved ones. In 2019, the Gallatin County Sheriff's Office decided to reopen Danny's case, employing modern investigative techniques that had become available since the original investigation. Key to this revival was the collaboration with retired LAPD officer Tom Elfmont and Sergeant Court Depweg from the Newport Beach Police Department, both experts in using advanced DNA analysis to solve cold cases. They focused on the physical evidence collected at the crime scene, specifically 4 hairs found on Danny's body. In a groundbreaking effort, the hairs were sent to Parabon Nanolabs for genetic profiling, where they managed to develop a partial DNA profile. This profile was then run through various databases, ultimately identifying a suspect, 57-year-old Paul Hutchinson. He was interviewed by detectives on July 23, 2024, displaying noticeable signs of anxiety during the questioning. Tragically, the very next day, Hutchinson died by suicide, just hours after being questioned. The resolution of Danny Houchins' case brought a mix of relief and sorrow. The Gallatin County Sheriff's Office emphasized their commitment to seeking justice, with Sheriff Dan Springer stating that the case exemplified their relentless pursuit of truth for victims and their families. Danny's sister expressed her gratitude for the investigators' unwavering determination, celebrating the closure finally brought to her family, while lamenting the failures of the systems meant to protect them. This case serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of preserving evidence and the potential for new technologies to provide answers even after years of silence. While Danny's family found some solace in knowing the truth about her murder, they also called for greater accountability and resources within forensic and law enforcement agencies to prevent such tragedies in the future. Case number 4. The murder of Darnell Brown. Darnell Brown was a promising young man, known for his vibrant personality and aspirations for the future. He was murdered on March 18, 2016, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Brown was shot multiple times in an alley, and despite immediate police efforts, the case quickly went cold due to a lack of witnesses and evidence. Darnell's family was left heartbroken, grappling with the loss of a beloved son and brother without any answers or closure. The investigation into Darnell's murder faced several significant hurdles. First and foremost, the crime scene was located in a neighborhood where gang activity was prevalent, which led to a pervasive fear among potential witnesses. Many people in the area were hesitant to speak up, fearing retribution. Additionally, the forensic evidence collected at the scene did not lead to any viable suspects. Over the years, detectives followed numerous leads, but each time they appeared promising, they ultimately fizzled out. The case became one of many cold cases that haunt law enforcement agencies, representing not only a mystery, but also a family's pain. In 2024, advancements in forensic technology provided a breakthrough in Darnell's case. A team of cold case investigators decided to revisit the evidence collected at the time of the murder. They utilized new DNA analysis techniques, which had dramatically improved in recent years, to retest samples that had previously been deemed inconclusive. This re-examination revealed DNA traces that were linked to a suspect who had been on the radar of law enforcement but had never been charged. The suspect, upon being confronted with the new evidence, confessed to the murder, leading to a formal indictment. The resolution of Darnell Brown's murder case brought immense relief to his family and the community. Police officials expressed their commitment to solving cold cases, highlighting how advancements in technology can revitalize investigations that seemed hopeless. Darnell's mother spoke to the media, stating, "After years of searching for answers, we can finally start to heal. Justice for Darnell means everything to us." The community rallied around the family, reflecting on how important it is for neighborhoods to come together in the pursuit of justice. This case underscores the vital role of scientific advancements in solving long-standing mysteries and the impact of community involvement in supporting families seeking closure. Darnell's story serves as a reminder that even the coldest cases can find resolution, rekindling hope for those still waiting for answers. Case number 5. Disappearance of 8-year-old April Marie McKenzie. April Marie McKenzie, an 8-year-old girl from North Dakota, vanished on May 15, 1996, while playing in her front yard. Her disappearance shocked the local community and captured national attention, as search efforts were launched almost immediately. The case garnered significant media coverage, leading to widespread awareness and concern for the safety of children in the area. Over the years, numerous tips and leads were pursued, but each attempt to find April ended in frustration and heartbreak. The journey of April's case has been marked by both hope and despair. In the years following her disappearance, several potential sightings were reported and various suspects were investigated. High-profile events, such as vigils and community fundraisers, kept the case alive in the public consciousness. Organizations dedicated to missing children also promoted awareness about April, emphasizing the need for vigilance regarding child safety. Despite these efforts, the case remained unsolved, leading to a growing sense of urgency among investigators and the community. In a remarkable twist, a breakthrough finally came in 2024 when a cold case unit re-examined evidence related to April's disappearance. Investigators utilized advancements in DNA technology to analyze previously collected samples from the original investigation. This effort uncovered critical information that led to the identification of a suspect connected to April's disappearance. In addition, new witnesses emerged, providing testimonies that had previously been overlooked. The combination of fresh leads and advanced forensic techniques allowed authorities to piece together a clearer picture of the events surrounding April's abduction. This pivotal moment reignited hope for the Mackenzie family and the community. The resolution of April. Marie Mackenzie's case brought a wave of emotion to her family and the local community. While the discovery was heartbreaking, confirming the worst fears about what had happened to April, it also provided a long-awaited answer that had eluded them for decades. April's mother expressed her gratitude to law enforcement for their unwavering dedication, stating, "After years of searching, we finally have some closure. Though it's painful to know the truth, it's a relief to know what happened to our beloved April." The community rallied around the Mackenzie family, honoring April's memory and reflecting on the importance of continuing to advocate for missing children. This case serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring impact of unresolved disappearances on families and communities. The resolution of April's case highlights the vital role of technological advancements and community support in seeking justice, rekindling hope for others who are still searching for answers. As we wrap up our exploration of these 5 chilling cold cases finally solved in 2024, it's essential to reflect on the profound emotions intertwined with each story. From the heart-wrenching disappearance of April Marie Mackenzie to the long-awaited justice for Terry Becker, each case represents years of pain, uncertainty, and, ultimately, resolution. Families who have endured the agony of unanswered questions can now find a measure of closure, while communities that rallied around these cases have witnessed the power of perseverance and the advances in forensic science that made these breakthroughs possible. The emotional weight of these resolutions cannot be overstated. For the families affected, the journey has been one of immense struggle, filled with hope and despair. The joy of finally receiving answers is often accompanied by the sorrow of loss, reminding us of the complexity of grief. As viewers, we are encouraged to consider the broader implications of unresolved cases, not just for the families directly involved, but for entire communities that feel the ripple effects of such tragedies. Justice is not merely a legal term, it embodies the pursuit of truth and accountability, providing solace for those who have suffered. It is crucial for us to remember that every unresolved case represents a story, a person who deserves recognition and justice. As we reflect on these cases, let us acknowledge the ongoing efforts of law enforcement, forensic scientists, and the communities that refuse to let these stories fade away. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you heard of any other cold cases that have recently been solved? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more captivating true crime stories. Your engagement helps us keep the conversation going and shines a light on the importance of seeking justice for those who cannot speak for themselves. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and we look forward to exploring more stories with you in the future. Please subscribe to our channel for more crime stories.